Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you have been following me for a while, welcome back. It's so good to have you here, checking out another ones of my videos. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll stick around. So today I want to talk about the current energy and really the status of 2024 and how it's been somewhat crazy, weird, intense year so far. A little while back ago, I did a video with an energy reading and some downloads on how the first half of 2024 would look like. And I do have that video link in the description box. Now we have entered June, and believe it or not, we are halfway through the year, which it's wild. It's just going so fast. So far for many of us, especially those who are more empaths or in touch with energy, those who are very sensitive, or those who are for the first time in their lives waking up to a higher spiritual path, or even becoming a little bit more curious about astrology, or they may be feeling called to check out astronomical events, or those who are willing to meditate for the first time in their life, or read spiritual books or metaphysical studies, or whatever that may be. Those of us are especially feeling this more intense and overwhelming energy. So why is that? And first and foremost, I want to say that I will probably do a more detailed and a bigger dive into the second half of 2024 with a deeper reading and definitely some downloads, working with angels. But for now, I just want to kind of start this halfway through the year point, by just explaining and sharing what we may be going through, so that if you're watching this and you feel the same thing, you kind of get an idea why it's happening and how you're not alone going through this. So one thing that many people don't talk about because it's not as glamorous as saying I'm going through, an awakening, I'm going through an ascension, or even I've been having these intense wild dreams, or in meditation I had some great downloads, or during meditation I felt my body just my spirit soaring, and I couldn't feel my body. It was just so light. So we hear a lot of those experiences, which do happen, and that's fantastic and it's great, but nobody really talks about the not so glamorous parts of awakening and really going through transitional changes and all these crazy shifts that we're experiencing. One of those things is purging, purification. In order for you to make room physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually, you have to purge and get rid of things that no longer serve you. And many people may be experiencing things like stomach bugs. So just their digestive systems are really feeling under attack, just really purging, really releasing, really feeling just sickness leaving their body. And it could be in the form of nausea as well, or it could be severe allergies. Anything that is a purging state in the body through the sneezing or nausea or anything like that, it is actually the body trying to expel things that are bad for it. Yes, that is at a biological, scientific level of how our bodies work. But believe it or not, it is also very, very much attached to the emotional and energetic transition that we're going through. So many of us know this already, and you may not be aware of it. It's something that I've discovered in my recent years as I was going through my studies and my awakening and all of that. But every physical illness actually stems from an emotional or energetic problem. So the root of most, if not all, physical issues come from the emotional and mental and spiritual problem that is then finally starting to manifest at the outer layers, which is the physical body layer. We're feeling a lot of these purging needs and sickness, stomach bugs, allergies, just a lot of phlegm or anything like that. Again, not so glamorous. Nobody really talks about that stuff, but that is really a big indication that you're just trying to let go of all the crap, of all the stagnant energy that no longer serves us, because we are in a state of really transforming, healing, growing, and we are going through a huge attunement. So in 2024, we knew that the energy was going to be pretty intense. There were going to be a lot of changes and transitions. So we kind of, in a way, started to prepare ourselves last year. But what is happening is it's a purification process. So if I had to describe 2024 with just one word, it would be purification. And purification is not always pretty. It's not always butterflies and roses and puppies. It's also the pain and the letting go and the stripping away and the scraping clean. So that's what we're going through right now. So I decided to do a little card pull that is a little bit of an initiation into the remaining half of 2024, that is sort of showing us why we're purging, why we're going through the state of purification. For this reading, I am using 3 separate card decks that I was called to use. The first one is Tarot de la Nuit, and then the second one is Citadel, the Oracle, and then the third one is Mother Mary Oracle. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the cards and what they're saying about this turning point in 2024. So first and foremost, we start the reading with 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands from the Tarot de la Nuit, which is Tarot of the Night, is an interesting card, and it is about finding confidence in the midst of whatever it is that we're going through right now. This is actually a very great milestone that we made it halfway through 2024, and we can confidently know that all of that has happened in the last 6 months has been to prepare us for this moment. So in Tarot de la Nuit, the 6 of Wands is about having fought your way through hell. It's about fighting hard and finally slowing down enough to see that all of that hard work, all the obstacles, all the challenges that we've been dealing with are finally starting to reap rewards. So what I really like about this deck, tarot deck, is that it's very straight to the point, and it's very it doesn't beat around the bushes. And this card is all about showing up to people who are winners, meaning people that are not afraid of doing a little bit of hard work and just being able to overcome so many difficulties and knowing the success is theirs and claiming it. So this is a winner card. This is a card that gives you power and resources. And it's also something that reminds us we need to be proud of ourselves, because we have gone through so much and we are being cheered on by the divine realm, by our guides, by our ancestors, and they're telling us to be proud, hold our head high, and just really be an example to others, but also knowing that we are generational curse breakers. So if right now we're still having some lingering obstacles and difficulties, that's okay. We are breaking through all of those, and it's not going to continue in our lineage. It's not going to continue to haunt us, down generation to generation. And we really should be proud of our success and how far we've come. This is also a card that signifies public recognition and just really people acknowledging our success. And there will be people in our life that sometimes don't get our success, or maybe even a little bit resentful. But for now, you are really being called to stick with the people who are cheering you on, and they are seeing how far you've come, and just really be proud of everything you've accomplished and gone through the last 6 months. The next card comes from the Citadel Oracle deck, and it is the guide, which is about inheritance and connection. So when we get this card, it's all about making a path, making a way. And a lot of times this way may have not necessarily have been a path that we had chosen for ourselves. And by that I mean, this is a card that is strongly connected with ancestors and with energetic role that has been passed down to us. So basically it means that we may have inherited some of the karma, some of the missions and tasks and gifts and even curses from either ancestors or previous lifetimes. And it is now our role and our responsibility to put an end to it and to correct any mistakes, or to correct anything that does not serve us, and it has not served our lineage. It is not going to serve anyone else coming after us. So we are here to set things right. So this is the year of turning things around once and for all, and just really knowing that even if the situation or life at the moment or in the past 6 months hasn't been ideal, we can still learn from it. But most of it is really about making the most of it, just understanding the role that we play and why it's important that we're stepping in those shoes, and we're making amends, and we are setting wrongs to right. So it's also a good time to accept that whatever has been going on and whatever we are leaving behind, it just had to happen. It had to lead us here for a reason. So there is no point in continuing to wish things to be different or blaming ourselves. Just it's time, to reap the benefits and the rewards of everything we've conquered, but also not giving up, and don't get too complacent. And this is important because I think for the remainder of 2024, there's still a lot of work to do. So yes, the Six of Wands has shown us how, we have been successful. We should be proud of ourselves, and we've accomplished a lot. And we need to really bask in that, right? In our rewards and our glory, and just being proud of ourselves. But we are not done. There's still work to be done, okay? So let's continue to push through, knowing that we're provided for and knowing that we are meant to be here. Now, we can also find ourselves, some of us, where the worst or the busiest or the most overwhelming energy is actually behind us. So for a few of us, it's going to be a handful of us, but we'll know if that's, if this relates to any of us listening to this message. But a handful of us are actually finding that the worst has passed. And now we are overcoming any weakness, overcoming any obstacles, and moving on to a place where we can finally breathe, and things are changing drastically. Last but not least, the reading closes out with Our Lady of Innocence. So again, going back to that concept of what's happening right now in our lives, the purging, the releasing, the stripping clean, of letting go, of getting the gunk, energetic gunk out of our system, right? And this really ties in with that message. Our Lady of Innocence is about returning to a state of purification, which is what's happening right now in our lives. This is what's happening in this year. And Mother Mary in this card is coming to us with a reminder that really at heart, we are innocent. We are pure. We're bright light. We are good, right? And with this comes a message of compassion and kindness for ourselves, so that despite whatever challenge and despite whatever we're facing, there is no need to have blame or guilt. Everything is going back to a state of pure innocence. So from that place of self-acceptance, we are able to go on with our head held high, and also extend the same compassion to other people that we encounter in our journey. So it's about understanding that this is a learning process. This transition is actually a transformation, and we are being purified for that exact reason. You know, when there's fire and it burns, it melts, it purifies. So we have to feel that heat, we have to feel that intense energy in order to get back into the purification process. So Our Lady of Innocence basically wants us to continue on our healing path, on our awakening path, and also allowing whatever opportunity she brings into our life to come through with a sense of ease. Okay, so some of us are branching out into some healing modalities or spiritual paths, more creation or artistic self-expression. I know that's a big one for me. And this is the way that she operates, and she shows you how you can create purification, how you can create light and beauty. So understand that innocence is also about vulnerability. So if you are being pushed into, or not pushed, but gently guided into meeting new people, new relationships, or starting a new spiritual path or creative path, you know, it's okay to be vulnerable. You can still be powerful even in those states of uncertainty, and know that you are not judged, that you're not shamed for anything. You are worthy of all the love and all the light. In this beautiful message, Our Lady of Innocence is asking us to basically see ourselves bathed in waterfall, a waterfall of light. So right now, I'd like to invite you to do this bathing waterfall of light meditation for just a minute with me, just to reset and really let this message sink in on how we are so worthy of innocence, of purity, and that's our original face. That is our original being. It's a state of pure innocence and beauty and light. So let's just tap into our breath, maybe gently closing the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Feeling yourself grounded in this moment. Feeling the weight of the body, present and aware. Noticing the ease of each inhale and the release and softness of every exhale. I also invite you to cup both hands to the heart center, just gently cradling your hands on the chest, inviting a sense of vulnerability and sweetness. As we envision standing under a waterfall of light, beautiful, warm, soft, healing light cascading over our entire being. Feeling this beautiful waterfall of light flow over us from head to toe, cleansing, restoring, releasing. And as we notice this waterfall falling down, let's give it permission to release and to cleanse all the shame and guilt and bitterness that we may still hold on to into our being. All the judgments that we have imposed on ourselves or that others have imposed on us. We now let this healing waterfall of light completely cleanse us, releasing all of that. Watching those limiting beliefs and emotions flowing away into Mother Earth, where she can transmute them, recycle them into something good. As we continue to feel this beautiful waterfall washing us clean, we now think of any limiting belief, obstacle, low vibration, sickness, doubt, anxiety that may be in our being. And we allow this waterfall to come into the nooks and crannies of our soul and to completely wash away these low energies. Releasing them into Mother Earth one by one. And let's take a moment here to notice any area of the body, our physical layer. And notice if there's anything that has been bothering us. It could be the energetic purging side effects, such as the digestive system, our immune system. Let's become aware of this waterfall of light flowing over these areas of our body. Cleaning, healing, and really carrying away the waste and the gunk and the stagnation so that the systems of our physical body can return to normal, thrive, and be healthy. We do this with gratitude, knowing that the divine, the universe, and God above want us to return to a state of purification for our highest good and the good of everything and everyone in this world. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope this reading and this short meditation was just what you needed. So if it helped you in any way, make sure you like this video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And also make sure to share with someone who desperately needs this and could use a little pick-me-up and a little understanding about what's happening with our energy system right now. Until next time, take care of yourself and be safe. Namaste.